From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, this is Nick Petro with your routine Monday morning weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. And these briefings cover about a week. So we're going to look out toward the 24th of July. That's about as far as we're going to take this briefing. And thank you for joining me on this Monday morning, the 18th of July. Hope you're doing well. Here's our slide that we normally start off with, but let me jump over to GR Earth just to kind of set the table here. So what do we got going on here? We've got a couple things I'll draw your attention to. Number one, let's see, we've got this line of cloudiness and some storms that tail all the way back, down towards Louisiana. And, it's not a solid line of storms. It's kind of broken, some cloudiness. But look how it's clear over here in the western Piedmont. And some mid-level cloudiness and some low cloudiness east of I-95. So, and you can see obviously temperatures are climbing through the 80s. But let me change the satellite view and change it from visible, because visible is what the clouds actually look like from space, to water vapor, which shows basically mid-level moisture in the atmosphere. And we'll go ahead and let that load up. And generally speaking, where you see the white shades, and again, just bear with me here for while this loads. So I think we're pretty well loaded right now. And I'm going to pause it to the last frame. And what you see is like these shades right here, like all this right here, this represents dry air, right? And what I have circled here represents very moist air. So you could see there's a lot of moisture and a lot of cloudiness just, along the coastal areas of North Carolina and offshore. There's the clouds and showers and storms associated with that boundary that I was talking about in that broken line of storms over the Tennessee Valley, eastern Kentucky, the northern Ohio Valley, and up toward Pittsburgh. But look at this little sliver of dry air right in here. See this little sliver of dry air? And I'll clear all this again so that it's easier to see. But you can see this little sliver of dry air. And why that's important is because as this whole line of storms moves east, probably what's going to happen is a lot of this rain will just, move across the mountains, come down the mountain, and perhaps break up. So maybe we won't see a whole lot of that activity. In fact, if I go ahead and show you a simulation, let me remove the satellite, let me remove live radar, and what I'm going to put on here is simulated radar. This is what models think the radar will look like, okay, in the future. And this is roughly right now the current time, okay? So you see that broken line of showers and storms. This right here is about 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and notice by 9 p.m., the showers and storms are crossing the western Piedmont. Okay, so that's 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 p.m., 1 a.m. tonight, 2 a.m. tonight, and so on, right through the early morning hours. The point is that dry air is really, let me back up again, here's current time, and watch what happens as it moves forward to the east through the afternoon. It largely kind of just breaks up, and I don't know that we're going to get a whole lot of rain from that line of storms that's currently moving across Tennessee and eastern Kentucky. You'll have better chances perhaps the further west you are. Here's another model's rendition of what it thinks is going to happen. This is the high-res rapid refresh. And let me just take you through the time. This is 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., tonight, 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Look at that, it just completely dissipates. Backing up, current time, and then look how it just poof, goes away, right, as soon as it comes across the mountains. So anyway, I think that's largely thanks to this dry air that I pointed out that's just east of the mountains. So we'll see. And some of the upper energy that supports it is also fading away as well. So I just thought I'd set the table about what we can expect, at least in 24 hours. So anyway, upcoming weather pattern. Of course, today there's that boundary that I talked about that's setting the stage for those shower. It's hard to see, but right here, that little blue line, that's a cold front that's kind of helping to drive those showers that are currently moving across Tennessee and Kentucky. Again, don't think it's going to amount a whole lot. Tuesday, again, pretty typical summertime pattern. In fact, this next 7 days is really a typical summertime pattern. And it's defined by the existence of the Piedmont Trough. The little Piedmont Trough, see these lines? These are lines of equal pressure. And you'll notice here's a line of equal pressure. Notice how it kinks right there. And notice there's another one, has a little kink right there. It's kind of hard to see. Here's a line of equal pressure, little kink right there. This is basically a trough in here, surface trough. That's known as the Piedmont Trough. And it's a semi-permanent feature in the summertime as long as the wind is blowing from the west. So anyway, that helps that helps with storm formation. But anyway, this summertime pattern defined by the Piedmont Trough, lots of heat, highs in the mid 90s each day, lots of humidity, daily, afternoon, and evening, isolated. I'll underline the word isolated because today would be one of those days that it's very, very isolated, to scattered showers and thunderstorms right through the forecast period. While there's a small chance for showers and thunderstorms each day, the days this week with the highest rain chances will be Thursday and Sunday, thanks to an upper level trough that's going to move across our area and really help with the existence of these showers and storms. So it could rain any day this week, but I think Thursday and Sunday the rain chances will be the best. And then, of course, the driest days I think will be Friday and Saturday, in the wake of Thursday night's rain. Okay, so that's pretty much what these graphics here on the left bear out. Okay, so in turn, whoops, let me switch to the pointer here. Bear with me for just a second. So in terms of how much rain, you could see that day one is in the upper left, so the rest of today, and you could see a big portion of the area from Raleigh to Fayetteville to I-95 corridor appears dry. The best chance for rain will be either along the coast or offshore, where that one blob of moisture was I pointed out earlier, or over the mountains, in just downwind of the mountains, before those showers and storms break up. So if you're in Greensboro, you'll have a better chance for rain than, say, Raleigh. If you're in Charlotte, you'll have a better chance for rain than Fayetteville. So anyway, that's kind of the deal for today. Tomorrow, it's really just isolated. Just sort of, all areas pretty much have about an equal chance. Again, probably not the wettest day this week, but there could be a shower, thunderstorm around. The next day in the upper right would be Wednesday. We're going to be kind of hard pressed to see much in the way of rain on Wednesday. And then Thursday in the lower left is the day that it's probably going to be late in the day Thursday, maybe even Thursday night, where that front moves through and gives us a chance for showers and storms. And then the lower middle would be Friday, and we'll be behind that system. So most of central North Carolina should be dry on Friday. When you add up 5 days worth of rain, we're looking at anything from a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. So that's the rainfall outlook. In terms of the flash flood risk, that'll be mainly to our west. So no flash flood risks in this case here. In terms of the severe weather outlook, remember the lightest shade of green means that thunderstorms are possible, but we're not really expecting anything in terms of severe thunderstorms. So there you have it for today. For Tuesday and Wednesday, we're in the light shade of green, which means, again, don't be surprised if there's a thunderstorm, but it shouldn't be severe, okay? And then the predictability is just too low for, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But by and large, it looks like as I pointed out, it looked like Thursday would be our best chance for rain this week as well as Sunday. All right, turning our attention to the tropics. This is the tropical weather outlook 5-day. No new tropical cyclones expected during the next 5 days. Again, what's today's date? Today's the 18th. So we are still a ways away, if you will, from the peak of the season. So, come mid-August, then we start to see things really ramping up. So about another month, maybe 3 weeks before we start getting into the ramp up of the tropical cyclone season. All right, looking further down the road, so not the rest of this week, but the following week. Odds favor above normal temperatures, and look at that, above normal precipitation. So perhaps we can keep chiseling away at the remaining drought. And speaking of the remaining drought, we chiseled away at a lot of it. In fact, there's a little strip there that kind of resembles I-85 from the Charlotte metro area up towards the Triad. There's a swath of abnormally dry. And then east of I-95 is where it seems still to be the worst, where there is a moderate drought still ongoing. And well, I'll tell you, certainly, we're happy to take whatever we can get in rainfall to chisel away at this. But we have come a long way since a couple of weeks ago where it was much worse. So there might be some opportunities here come the next couple weeks to chisel away at this a little bit more. All right, so sort of wrapping it up. If you look at the bottom, it's very summer-like. You look at the daytimes, and you see those 40% chances of rain, 20%, 50%. On any given day in the summertime, our climatological chance for rain is about 35%. So if you look at, tonight we're a little bit below climatological. Tuesday we're about right there. Wednesday is probably one of the drier days, and then Thursday, look how the chance of rain is a little bit higher, 50%. So that's above the climatological daily chances. And then Friday, mostly sunny behind that boundary. So right now, we're not expecting any widespread severe thunderstorms. And in fact, the main hazard this week will be the heat. Look at those readings in the mid-90s. As you get down toward Fayetteville and down toward the South Carolina border, over toward Wadesboro, wouldn't be surprised if you saw some upper 90s. So there's the heat advice. Never leave anyone or any pets in a closed parked vehicle during hot weather, even for a short period of time. Drink plenty of fluids. Try to plan your day so that you do your outdoor activity early morning or in the evening when temperatures are lower. Now, I have a favor to ask too. If you wouldn't mind, take this slide right here, the one I'm showing right now, and grab that slide and then share it with folks in your sphere of influence. Maybe post it on social media, and just to try to help us spread the word about heat safety. You'd think by now, as much as we've been kind of trying to get the word out, that people would know how to stay safe during temperatures in the peak of the summer heat. But it's never bad to keep reminding people over and over and over again. So we certainly could use your help in spreading the word about staying safe during heat. So I appreciate any help you can give us in spreading that message. So that will do it for this week's weekly briefing.